All right, so Dan Kapellen is a business coach, HECM expert, and an ambassadors of the laws of life. Please welcome Dan Kapellen.
Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, love being an ambassador for the laws of life. Shout out to Blanca. So, we've been talking about vision today. Has anybody here had an aha moment? I want 2 aha moments before I start, and then I'll give you mine. Anybody got an aha moment from today? A new vision, looking at something differently? Yeah. You have to pass traumas to get through your vision. Great. One more. Yes. Oh, beautiful. The broken heart needs to heal, and it's restored with poetry. One thing I heard today that really resonated with me was when Nancy talked about the one. I've given presentations on everyday leadership in which I try to motivate entrepreneurs to show up as a leader in every interaction with every person every day. Why? Because that could be the one for you to serve. And in fact, everybody is the one for us to serve. And Nancy really brought that home. Thank you so much. Hi, Lana. So great to meet you. You look so beautiful in 3D. I grew up on a small dairy farm, a small family dairy farm in Wisconsin. And I had no aspirations, no dreams, and no money. We lived in the middle of the county, the middle of Sheboygan County, Wisconsin, and a trip out of the county was a big, big deal. I don't think I traveled outside the county twice before I was 7 or 8 years old. With inspiration from books, motivation from teachers, I went to college. I was the first in my extended family to go to college. Well, you have no money, so how did you do that? Scholarships. My motivators told me how to get scholarships, and that got me through college. I eventually worked with customers in 19 countries during my career. Today, I coach businesses on how to do business with other businesses and with their customers and how to reach their customers. What about these kids? Think of living on a dirt road, maybe a hut with dirt floors. I visited a place in India where they had to walk a half mile just to get water, to bathe, to cook. And it's just a line of people going back up to these tanks. A truck would come down the road and fill up the tanks. I don't know what it's like in Africa, but I saw this with my own eyes in India. These kids don't have the adults around them, the people with inspiration to motivate them to the next level, because these people never had that inspiration or motivation. So where is it going to come? Where is it going to come from? For me, I had the books. I had TV. I could watch mysteries, adventures. I could watch movies. I could watch movies with popcorn. So I want to talk a little bit about how these popcorn seeds plant a vision for us. Earlier today, we heard Jody talk about limiting beliefs and how they hold us back. That shell, I'm going to put this down for a moment, Lana, if you don't mind. That shell around the popcorn, if I'm able to reach a kernel, it kind of holds in potential, doesn't it? Wraps that potential in there. That shell represents the limiting beliefs and the obstacles for it to pop and reach its potential. What Johnny and Camille and her husband are doing, they're bringing first the clothing and the food. These kids are naked and afraid. They're just thinking about the next meal, so they get that out of the way, and then they say, there's a vision for you to be had. You can change the world. Let me show you what can happen. Get outside of that shell. Pop your potential into a beautiful white flower and see how it tastes. Remember when Camille told us about the first time that she had kids eating popcorn? And well, isn't that sometimes how we feel about our opportunities? I'm going to have to work. And then you get a little taste of it. You see what you can do for people. You see how you can serve. And all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, bring more. And before long, you're like Blanca. You're running around getting everybody to jump, right? So I want to leave all of you with a challenge today. And that is to never look at those uncooked kernels of popcorn the same again. Look at those uncooked kernels of popcorn and think of these kids who are being first satisfied with the clothing and food to get them beyond their immediate needs and to show them something beyond. I gave a presentation to a bunch of African businessmen on Zoom several weeks ago. A young adult by the name of John Bull. I was introduced to him by Blanca, and she spoke on his same summit. And he is trying to make a difference. He was once one of these children, but somebody gave him the motivation to do more than think about his next meal. And now he's helping people who are helping people as well. I met a young lady by the name of Sulua at a workshop in St. Petersburg several months ago. She's helping entrepreneurs, especially women, reach beyond their situation, to recognize their potential, to get the seeds of vision. She's planting seeds of vision, much like the popcorn is planting seeds of vision. So what I challenge you to do is every time you get out that bag of popcorn and you look at those kernels and you're thinking of that white fruit that you want to eat with the butter on it and it tastes so good, this is a luxury. That is planting a seed, that is planting a vision for children who may someday change the world with their vision. Thank you.